Fog on the cobblestones, breathing the air.
Before the name there was fear. Before the headlines there were whispers. In the dead of night, when London's streets dissolved into fog and gaslight, someone began hunting. Not the wealthy, not the protected, but the forgotten. The kind of killer who didn't need to run because no one was really looking. He left no face, no name, no mercy, and more than 100 years later, one question still refuses to rest. Who was Jack the Ripper? I'm Mr. Vanny. Welcome to our channel, Crime Chronicle 1.
Who could this be? Five gone silent, Whitechapel won't ever sleep. No justice, no identity. Who could this
London, 1888. Fog presses low against the gas lamps, turning the streets of Whitechapel into narrow tunnels of shadow. Footsteps echo, then disappear. Somewhere in the dark, a man is watching. No one knows his name. No one sees his face. But by the time the sun rises, they will know his work. They will call him Jack the Ripper. Whitechapel was already a place the city preferred not to see. Overcrowded slums, grinding poverty, women sleeping for to a room if they had rooms at all. Many survived night to night, selling what little they had just to afford a bed. And it was here, among the forgotten, that the killings began. In the early hours of August 31st, 1888, a woman named Marion Polly Nichols was found lying in Bucks Row. Her throat had been cut. The violence was swift, deliberate. Whoever did this hadn't panicked. He hadn't rushed. The police marked it as another tragic death in Whitechapel. They were wrong. Just 8 days later, Annie Chapman was discovered behind a lodging house on Hanbury Street. This time, the injuries were far more disturbing. The killer had lingered. He had taken time. And suddenly, fear spread like wildfire. This wasn't random. This was a pattern. By September, Whitechapel was living on edge. People walked in groups. Women clutched each other's arms after dark. Vigilante patrols formed, carrying sticks and whistles. Every stranger became a suspect. Every shadow felt alive. Then, the letters began. Notes sent to newspapers, written in red ink, mocking police efforts. One was signed with a name that would echo through history. Jack the Ripper. Whether the letters were genuine or cruel hoaxes didn't matter. The name stuck, and it gave the killer something terrifyingly powerful, an identity. The murders escalated. On September 30th, 2 women were killed just hours apart. One of them, Catherine Eddise, was found in Mitre Square. The brutality shocked even seasoned officers. This was no longer just murder. It was a message. The killer was becoming bolder, confident, untouchable. London held its breath. Police were overwhelmed. There were no fingerprints, no DNA, no reliable forensic tools. Witness descriptions contradicted each other. The streets were too crowded, the alleys too many. Jack vanished as easily as he appeared. And then came November 9, 1888, the final known victim, Mary Jane Kelly. She was found inside her small rented room on Miller's Court. Unlike the others, this killing happened indoors behind a locked door. The level of violence suggested a man completely unafraid of interruption. Someone who believed, truly, that no one could stop him. After Mary Jane Kelly, the murders ceased. Just like that, no arrest, no confession, no closure. And so began the questions that would haunt generations. Who was Jack the Ripper? A doctor, skilled with anatomy. A butcher, used to blood and blades. A local man hiding in plain sight. A foreigner blamed by fear and prejudice. Or someone powerful enough to escape suspicion entirely. Theories multiplied. Suspects rose and fell. Royal conspiracies. Mad geniuses. Ordinary men with dark secrets. Even modern DNA tests have only deepened the mystery, not solved it. What remains is silence. And that may be the most chilling part. Jack the Ripper didn't just kill women. He exposed the cracks in society. How easily some lives were overlooked. How fear could consume a city. How evil didn't need a face to become immortal. Because when no one is caught, when no truth is confirmed, the story never ends. Somewhere in the fog of Victorian London, Jack the Ripper is still walking forever unseen, forever unknown. And that is why more than a century later, we're still listening for his footsteps. Jack the Ripper was never caught. No trial, no confession, no grave to point to. Just theories and silence. Maybe he was a man who blended into the crowd. Maybe he died unknown. Or maybe the truth was buried a Libreville long ago. What we know is this: the streets of Whitechapel swallowed him whole, and history was left with nothing but bloodstains and unanswered questions. And perhaps that's why the Ripper still haunts us. Because the most terrifying monsters aren't always found. Sometimes, they simply disappear. We believe someone out there may have a clue to who Jack the Ripper was and why he walked away untouched. Please, drop your thought in the comment section. Why did he not face the consequence of the law? Why was there no justice for these women? Together we keep this story alive. Thank you for watching. If this crime story moved you, if you believe these women deserve justice, because every unsolved case deserves to be told, hit the like button, subscribe, and drop your insights or questions in the comments. Together, we keep their memories alive in the search for truth alive. Until next story, stay curious and stay vigilant.
Name scratched red on the wall, drip like a curse that crawls.